this is exactly the main reason why I think these Geeku Gamer members are such stupidity. Because they don't understand how the box office work. Because just because Avatar Fire and Ash, which is my second most anticipated film of the year behind with Zootopia 2, I still haven't seen it, but I do want to see it, but I might have to wait until next month because the snowstorm is about to come in a couple minutes. So just because Fire and Ash ain't gonna be the same box office as much as The Way of Water and the first Avatar film, that doesn't mean this film is going to flop. This is kind of remind me that if people said that Frozen 3 is going to flop because it won't be the same as much as Frozen 2, that is really impossible. Like, how on earth that Avatar, the Avatar film, are going to flop? People, do your better research and do better than that, okay? Saying Avatar Fire and Ash opening weekend flop early production and spell disaster for a franchise future. Yeah, just do a way better research. And just do a way better research, okay? I cannot believe I'm doing the video at 5 in the morning. Like, that's how bad it is, like, seriously. Hello, everybody. My name is NH3 Lounge Hill, and welcome to the magical world of Pandora. Yep, we are doing a Disney review on Pandora. You're not in Disney anymore, you're in Pandora. The one question is, why is Geeku Gamer being stupidity? Yeah, I sound like a villain from the Avatar The Way of Water when he said, the one question is, why are we so blue? Yeah, I might do a review on the Avatar film leading up to the new one because I am very excited to see the new one. Like, me and Marcus and Carter are going to see this movie because this film is going to be incredible, man. It's going to be amazing. So, there was a box office prediction that this film that ain't going to be the same as much as The Way of Water because I'm part of this film might not be the highest grossing film of all time. But doing two Geeku Gamer have no answer at all, and they completely do a video about this. Like, there was no need to make a video about this. Like, I cannot believe the Geeku Gamer 2 made a video about it. He is saying that Avatar Fire and Ash opening weekend is going to flop. Are you kidding me? Are going to flop? Oh my goodness. How stupid is Geeku Gamer is. Well, even I'm not a huge fan of insult people, but Geeku Gamer, you don't deserve my kindness because this... Seriously, Avatar Fire and Ash are going to flop? Oh my god, man. How stupid all they can possibly be. Like, dude, what if people said that to Frozen 3? Because of people are not very excited for Frozen 3. Dude, just because Troll Bendigo Fantastic Ones ain't excited for Frozen 3, that doesn't mean you have to listen to him, and that doesn't mean that film is going to flop. Like the two Frozen movie are the highest grossing animated franchise out there, like, since Lion King, actually. So yeah, and the Frozen movie are literally in the top 10 highest grossing film of all time. So yeah. So for serious note, how on earth this film is going to flop? Like, it can show us that this guy have not done this research and just doing this video for a clickbait. And you know me for a while, I absolutely despise clickbait videos because I don't do clickbait videos and you guys shouldn't do it either. Because making clickbait videos is just make yourself look stupid, and we are not doing clickbait in this lounge because clickbait is off limit. So how on earth this film is going to flop? Like, come on, it's from the same director who brought you the Avatar film, Terminator 2 Judgment Day? Oh, wait a minute. Does he direct Terminator 2 Judgment Day? Let me see. Yeah, yes it is. Honestly, this is the same man who completely direct the Avatar film, Titanic, and Terminator 2 Judgment Day, are both critically acclaimed movies, and they got a box office success. Like, how on earth this film is going to flop, right? Because this film is 3 hours and 17 minutes. Like, how on earth are you going to fail 3-hour film? Well, you could say whatever you want about Transformers Age of Extinction because it's not because how that movie long, it's because how the movie was made and that film was god awful. So that's a different story. Like seriously, do you honestly think this film is going to be the next Transformers Age of Extinction? Yeah, that's what I thought. So nope, this film is not going to flop, and yeah, I'm not gonna be that stupid enough to believe these creep base. Like I don't believe this creep base, and you shouldn't do it either. Let's look at the first Avatar film. The first Avatar film was a massive box office hit. It got a 2.923 billion dollars at the worldwide box office. It was making it as the highest grossing film of all time. But not until the Avengers Endgame take the spot. But re-release Avatar beat literally the Avengers Endgame as the highest grossing film of all time. Like there was some people think that this film don't deserve to be the highest grossing film of all time. Like there was a reason because people love this movie. It got a critically acclaimed review, and a lot of people, all talk about this movie back then. Well, nowadays people don't talk about Avatar because they completely forgot this film even exists. So yeah. And let's look at The Weight of Water. The Weight of Water was the third highest grossing film of all time because this movie grossed over 2.34 billion dollars worldwide. And yeah, this film did pretty good, and this film is behind of the original Avatar and the Avengers Endgame actually. So yeah. Let's look at the Avatar Fire and Hash box office prediction. So this film is gonna tracking with a 110 million. So it's not gonna be a billion. So you gotta be patient with this. So yeah, opening production box office. I meant deadline because deadline is 100% way better than comic book news. And if you hear comic book news saying that Stranger Things 5 is woke, I gotta said screw them in the anus because they don't have, because it can show they didn't even watch the show and they are just full of stupidity. Like one people who rule of comic book news, I gotta say they can go fuck themselves because that comic book news is just full of failed news reporter and you should not trust it either. So yeah. Is Fire and Hash are going to flop on the box office production? No, because I did so many research and I was trying my best to believe them and I tried my best to freak out, but I did my research and no, this film is not going to flop. Like, whoever said this film is going to flop, I'm going to say you guys are stupid. You guys are stupid. You have no idea what you're talking about because this film is not going to flop. Just because this movie ain't going to be the same as much as The Weight of Water box office because this film made $1 billion, that doesn't mean this film is going to flop. Like, come on. Not every movie have to be a hit. No other film have to be the next Frozen 2 box office, you know? No, box office production for Avatar Fire and Ash, it did not regularly, it will flop. Because they will have a strong opening weekend, even lower than the previous film opening. So yeah, and this film will open between $100 million and $130 million. Well, it's because of the fact that some people are getting tired of the Avatar film. Like, how on earth you gonna be tired of the Avatar film? Like, the Avatar film are fantastic, or incredible, and they are such an epic, brilliant masterpiece, and they are such an age of awesomeness. So yeah. So, how did Avatar Fire and Hash ticket sale went? Well, a couple of days ago, this film was literally got the ticket on sale, and you already know that a lot of customers are going to see this movie. Well, yeah, sure, this film ain't gonna be the same as much as The Weight of Water, but that's not a bad thing because at least this movie is getting a tracking. At least this movie is getting a strong opening. At least this movie is doing pretty good, and at least people is buying a popcorn bucket for this movie. Actually, I gotta say this film will always be better than that Snow White remake, which I refuse to rewatch that movie, even if it's a good movie, but I don't think it's a rewatchable movie. So I'm not staring at that ugly CGI dwarf, and I gotta say that the dwarf in the Disney Wish will always be better than that god awful CGI dwarf because that CGI dwarf looks hideous. Avatar Fire and Hash is tracking for the strong opening with a domestic box office of $110 million in a range of $100 million and $130 million. It would be lower than the opening weekend of the previous year film, which is Avatar The Way to Water. So yeah, this film ain't gonna be the same as much as The Way to Water, but that's not a bad thing because actually it ain't gonna be the same. But guys, calm down. Will you rather believe? Will you rather believe to their line, or will you rather believe this stupidity Gigu Gamer? It shows these guys have no idea what to talk about. They don't even do the research. And now they're calling this film woke, all because this film is going to be a failure. Come on, man. There was nothing woke about it. You don't see Avatar character kissing like two men or kissing like you don't see that, man. Because James Cameron, you know better than that by doing that. So yeah. Yeah, you're not gonna see Avatar character kissing like lesbian or gay or something like that. Even I don't have a problem with it, but at the same time, that might be a problem because a lot of people don't want to see that because people want to see some actual good movie actually. So yeah, honestly, you want to see what movie are going to flop? It's A Search for Squarepants. Let's think about it because that movie is going to flop because this film is going to be playing. Like, which film would you rather see on that day? Will you rather see an imagination movie called Teen Titan Go Revenge of the Starfire? Will you rather see Avatar Fire and Hash? Or you rather see some unnecessary sequel that nobody asked for, which is Search for Squarepants? Mark my word, I am not seeing Search for Squarepants. I don't give a crap that it is a SpongeBob movie, but I'm starting to get one out of the SpongeBob movie, and it's driving me up the wall, and I just need the SpongeBob movie needs to end. Like, it needs to end. Like, it made too many movie, and I'm sick of it. And don't worry, Andrew. I'm not trying to be like the SpongeBob hater, but I think the SpongeBob franchise is sadly overstayed a welcome, which, yeah, honestly, I don't even know if it's the decision, but airing too many SpongeBob on Nicktoons is it's just getting old, honestly, it aged like milk. So, fellas, that was my rant on this stupidity, which is Geeku Gamer believe that Avatar Fire and Hash are going to flop. Like, come on. This film is not going to flop. Just because this movie ain't going to be the same as much as The Way to Water box office, that doesn't mean this film is going to flop. Like, how on earth this film is going to flop? Come on. Does this kind of remind me that people said that Frozen 3 is going to flop all because people are getting tired of it, and they kind of agree with Alex. Like, come on. Just because Alex did a win on Frozen 2, which that when Frozen 2 can go like frick himself, and I might do a quintessence of that on the episode 2. Stay tuned for that. But that doesn't mean Frozen 3 is going to flop. But the only thing Frozen 3 is going to flop is because if the animation is made for AI, so that's a different story. So no, you Geeku Gamer knucklehead, this film is not going to flop because this film is going to make it's going to make a million. It ain't going to make a billion because a lot of people are getting tired of this franchise because it might overstay the welcome since it's a SpongeBob franchise. So yeah, so at least people, including me, including Marcus, will definitely go see this film, and I do not care what Geeku Gamer said. I gotta say, screw Jimmy, screw Ryan, screw that red chick, and screw that Dinner Dimension, because these people, it can show that these people are making internet as a bad place, and that is a fact. So before we end this video, let's check out how the box office is for Zootopia 2, which is the same movie. I was originally going to see it today, but due to it was a snowstorm, so I might have to delay that until next month. And second of all, it's a Thanksgiving weekend, so of course it's going to be crowded. So it's going to be I'm really thinking if I see this movie today, my audience going to be like it's going to be like a crowded, like a loud house. So I hope not. So yeah, and that's why I want to wait until next month, and I'll be seeing this film. So I got 2 movies to see on next month: Zootopia 2 and Avatar Fire and Hash, because that's the only movie I'll be seeing in theaters, and after that I'll be done until on March, because I'm not going to see any film on January, because I don't think January has some good movies, to be honest. Hell. As of late November 2025, Zootopia 2 have a strong start at the box office, grossing $133.2 million globally in the first 2 days, and its production to earn between $140 million and $150 million over the 5 days Thanksgiving weekend and performance in China's with a record-breaking opening day in this film. Let me read the bottom. So the total global gross 2 days. This film is $133.2 million. Domestically gross is $59.2 million, and the nationally gross this film made is $74.0 million. And Thanksgiving weekend, for the Thanksgiving weekend production, this film gotten a $140 million and $150 million over 5 days. So who's the stupid now, people? Who's the stupid now? Oh, newsflash! I think Geeku Gamer membership are very the stupid one because they don't understand how the box office work. And if you believe Elemental is a flop, I gotta say you guys are a bunch of liar. You guys are a bunch of liar because at least that movie has the same box office as Frozen 2. Well, even it's not the highest grossing animated film of all time. But honestly, get my dress. All I'm saying is, I'm not trying to say it as a cocky way, but I'm getting sick and tired that people are not doing the research better. Like, at least me, at least I'm doing my research better, and at least I'm not doing this video for freaking clickbait. Like, I might do a one on clickbait maybe next show because I am so sick and tired that people are doing this video for clickbait. Like, if you see the thumbnail, you click the video, and people say something positive. Like, dude, that's really clickbait, okay? You don't do clickbait to make money, so that's stupid. So I think I think Zootopia 2 might be Frozen 2 box office, and at the same time, I hope not, because Frozen 2 will always be better than Zootopia 2. But I'm probably mine will change, but I really don't think that Zootopia 2 is going to beat Frozen 2 box office because Frozen 2 is the highest grossing animated film of all time at the time. So yeah, and surprisingly, yes, Frozen 2, Zootopia 2, I'm sorry. Zootopia 2 position gross is $10.2 million. Actually beat the premiering gross of Frozen 2 that film made is $5.8 million, but it did not beat overall box office total for Frozen 2. So it might not beat Frozen 2 box office, but when you look at it, it might actually. So I'm part of this film might be the new highest grossing animated film of all time since Inside Out 2, Frozen 2, and that one Japanese film which I totally forgot that film even it exists. But that movie ain't going to be an Oscar nomination, and instead they're going to give it to Gabby Dollhouse. No, the new Japanese movie that came out this year from A24 will always be better than that Gabby Dollhouse movie. And how on earth the Gabby Dollhouse movie is a Oscar nomination? Like, that is stupid. Well, if you don't believe me, look at the list and see it to yourself. So, yeah. So, Geeku Gamer, who's a stupid now? Well, newsflash, I think Geeku Gamer are the very stupid one. And I gotta say, I'm way more smarter than Geeku Gamer because the Geeku Gamer, they can go and freak himself because the internet was so good without Geeku Gamer around, okay? Well, honestly, I'm not wishing them a death, but all I'm saying is, I wish Geeku Gamer don't exist on the internet because before, we don't have clickbait. Because before Google bought YouTube, there was no clickbait, there was no couple law, there was no inappropriate stuff, and there was no hacker shows some Noto spot and shows a her video, and there was no clickbait videos. But ever since Google buying YouTube, this is when YouTube falling down the freaking toilet. So yeah. Oh man, I wish YouTube go back to the glorious day. Like, I am sick of tired of Troll. I'm sick and tired of Troll being good for 2001. I'm sick and tired of Brent's Troll. Well, I heard the news that he got terminated, which I am glad he deserved it. And that's what you get for calling me an oddwood, all because I enjoy Superman, which screw the Minianas. Yeah, and no wonder Alec is losing some friend because, yeah, you gotta be careful when you get on the internet, dude. You gotta be careful what you said, or else you're gonna lose your friend, the only friend you have, which is not then 12 fan forever. So yeah. So screw Giga Gamer. This film is not going to flop because this film is going to be the same box office as much as Zootopia 2. Because Zootopia 2 and Avatar Fire and Ash are both as the most popular film of the year. So yeah. So let's wait until on December 19th and I'll do a 1,000 box office video of that. And stay tuned for more box office update for Zootopia 2 more. Anyway, guys, so if you enjoyed this longer video, like always, please, I recommend you gentlemen and ladies, you hit the subscribe button and turn on notification and share it with your whole family. But if you don't enjoy the video, you can go ahead and hang out with the villain that she will really freak you a freak out. So yeah. And speak of Avatar Fire and Ash, have you guys even listened to that song called Dream at Once? Dude, that is hand down one of the best Miley Cyrus song ever. And yeah, and no wonder Harry Thomas really loved that song. And speak of Harry Thomas, yeah, Harry Thomas ain't gonna believe you, because Harry Thomas is very excited for this movie. Everybody is excited for this movie. Like, this film has a fantastic story, lovable characters, and the visual looks amazing. And this film might be another Oscar nomination. So yeah. So yeah, this film ain't gonna flop, so screw Jimmy for Geek Gamer, screw Ryan for Geek Gamer, and screw all the membership for Phantom Menace, because these Phantom Menace are a bunch of Disney haters. They are a bunch of Disney haters, and you can't trust the Disney haters. And I gotta say, some toxic Disney hater, go fix yourself. Anyway, so this is NH Studio Lounge signing off, and adios, and you gentlemen and ladies, have a great ET and have a great Pandora. And just like the villain said, you're not in Candace anymore, you're in Pandora. The one question is, why are we so blue?
Like a bolt out of the blue.
Fate steps in.